What's this clown doing?
You're cutting it fine. So you didn't think I was worth the taxi fare?
You are who you are. Don't lose that. Perhaps you could learn to love yourself as much as we all love you. It's a fresh start. Calmer waters.
Come on, paddle. Do it.
I will.
Hey, Roy.
Oh, hello. I thought you were staying with Johnny.
Oh, no, I came home last night. Well, I say home. I mean, how's your mother?
Oh, she'll live to fight another day.
Ah, never mind.
So, how are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. Actually, I'll be better when I've had a cup of tea. I did something really stupid today. I'm too embarrassed to tell you.
I've taken the liberty of swapping them back, the kettle and toaster.
I know, I'm sorry. If I'd known you were coming back...
Quite all right?
It's just that at my old house, I used to have them the other way round.
Ah.
Boy, have I overstayed my welcome?
Not at all, no.
It's just that my mum used to say, never outstay your welcome.
You look very well.
Oh, yeah. So do you, Roy. Actually, I did go and see a house this morning.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think it was my cup of tea, but actually I'm not so sure now.
I've lost Hayley. As if my loss was greater. It's irrational.
No, Roy, even you're allowed to be irrational sometimes.
She had said we should paddle.
Who, Kathy did?
Hayley. Yeah, tried to make me promise.
Promise what, that you'd paddle?
Again, someday. There.
But I thought you already had... Oh. I see. She meant with someone else.
At every turn, I thought I was going to see Hayley.
You should speak to Kathy.
This is a cafe. It's not a train. It's a destination, not some ill-advised, inappropriate journey.
Roy. Might it be possible? Listen, I've got one meeting tomorrow. I can easily reschedule.
I'm fine.
But I can drive if we go in my car, and we'll get there a lot quicker.
I can manage.
Roy, she's dying. You shouldn't be on your own.
Actually, I prefer it like that. I have dealt with grief before.
Okay, will you promise me one thing?
What?
Just call me when you get there.
I promise.
Okay, and if you change your mind, I will drive down to you.
I won't change my mind. I ought to go. I'll call you when I get there.
Do you think it'll be okay?
So that's 3, 4, must be 5 at the bottom. Well. Well, are you gonna knock on or what?
Perhaps I should message him online and arrange a suitable time.
I thought you were worried about him.
Yeah, but there's no guarantee that this is the right person. The name and the date of birth could just be a coincidence.
Roy, he's gonna love you.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, yes. We're looking for Richard Lucas.
Never heard of him.
Are you sure?
The address is on the electoral roll.
Then it's out of date. Sorry.
Roy! Come on, we'll find him.
No, but noticing, is everything all right? Well, everything is clearly not all right.
It's Aidan.
Has he hurt himself? Has he had an accident?
He's,
What's happened?
He's killed himself. Do us a favour, Roy. Can you go and get Kate from the bistro and send her here, please?
Yes, of course. I'm very sorry.
Does he know he's been playing word games with his brother?
Well, half-brother, really. No, I don't think so.
And are you sure he is who you think he is?
Not 100%, but the evidence is compelling.
Well, how'd you find him?
Well, you remember the saga of my mother's ring and how that led to Alice and the correspondence between her father and my mother, his lover.
Yeah.
Well, in those letters, I was aware that they kept referring to their issue, which I took to mean that their situation, their affair, but of course, issue has more than one meaning. Progeny, offspring.
Seriously, Roy, you should have been a detective.
Well, I decided to look into those 6 months where my mother went missing. During that time, and I traced her to a woman's shelter in Southport. Thankfully, they kept unofficial records.
What records?
My mother gave birth in that shelter to a baby boy. That baby boy was subsequently offered up for adoption.
Oaks Cassidy.
Richard Lucas was his given name.
So how on earth did you find him playing word games online?
Through a popular social media website. You have to register in order to play the game.
Facebook?
Yeah. Well, I noticed that he had an account registered to his name and date of birth, so, well, I set up an account too. And,
You created your own profile?
I challenged him to a game. Yeah, I used the bare minimum of personal details, simply enough to access the game.
Listen, Roy, never mind the half-brother. Roy Cropper's on Facebook. I mean, you've not even got a phone.
Quite.
So, you sure that this is him? This is...
Well, as I said, it's not 100%, but during all this, he did let slip that he grew up in Southport.
Okay. Well, you need to find him.
I don't think so.
Right, look, I know I didn't take any of this seriously at first, but that's when I thought he was just some faceless internet loser. It's your flesh and blood. You need to find him.
No.
Roy, why not?
Because I can't face meeting the son my mother wished. I don't want you to go because I think you'll regret it. I think you'll miss people. People will miss you. And if Hayley was here, she'd say the same.
That's emotional blackmail.
She always found you a very decent person.
Hayley saw the good in people, even drunken old wrecks like me.
I find you decent.
You're not drunk.
Well, I'm getting there.
Very engrossing. Just up to Henry Court's puddling process.
Poor bloke. Still, that's old age for you, isn't it?
He came up with a method.
Oh, this is really happening to me, innit?
Yes.
I don't want to die, Roy.
Your best match is bound to be a family
I
member.
can't just waltz in there and ask them for a kidney. I've just let them want a cash. I look like I'm trying to buy one. Well, I save you, you save me.
That's a ridiculous way of looking at
Oh,
it.
you know what a mess they're all in. You know what a mess a factory's in. I've got to be the strong one.
You cannot be the strong one all the time.
It's the only thing I'm good at.
Carla,
Just don't tell me I'm being stupid.
will you stop finishing my sentences? It's one of your least appealing habits. What I was about to say was. I understand. I shall respect your wishes, but please, don't deal with this alone. Don't go back to Devon. Stay here. Permanently.
What?
With me.
Look, I'm terrible to live with.
So am I.
And I'm really messy.
You cannot be messier than Brian.
I'd be miserable and exhausted half the time. I'd cry on you. I'd expect hugs and blatant shows of emotion.
You won't succeed in putting me off.
Really? Okay. Okay. All right.
But good. That settled it.
You know, the funny thing is, I'm going to go back in there and wish Johnny Happy New Year, and it doesn't even feel like a real dad. Oh. Oh, I swallow like a panda.
More a sad clown. Yeah. No, he's just a clown again.
Happy New Year, Roy.
And see how you're doing. So how have you been feeling generally?
Yeah, fine.
You have not been fine. As well as collapsing, she has also been lethargic and exhausted. Not to mention exhausting.
Have you met my dad?
Well, the sooner we run the tests on this, the sooner we'll know what steps to take. I'll be as quick as I can.
Is there anything I can get you?
Large glass of Merlot would be nice.
Wish there was more I could do.
Oh, don't be stupid, Roy. You've been brilliant. There's nothing else you could have done.
I could have given you a kidney. Unfortunately, I wasn't a man.
You were tested? When?
When you told me you were ill. Why did you tell me?
Because I thought you were my friend who'd let me deal with it my way.
No. You told me because you knew I would make you face it. It's what I'm attempting to do.
I am facing it. I've got kidney problems. Okay, there, I've said it. Bingo. Are you happy now?
Kidney failure, Carla. Close to needing dialysis, possible transplant.
Possible transplant.
I can see how exhausted you are. Keeping up this pretense is exhausting you still further.
I need coffee in the pot.
Look, despite your behaviour, I know that you respect me for standing up to you.
Of course I respect you. You know I flaming love you. But what I don't need or want is you like a flame here.
I will do whatever is necessary to keep you alive.
I am alive, Roy.
I won't stand by and watch someone else I love die.
Well, I'm not dead yet. Am I so? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back there and celebrate New Year's Eve with my family, which I consider you part of. And you know what? I might even have a proper drink. Now you can either come with me or you can stay here and create miserable futures on your own.
I had to say this.
Ooh. Well, maybe just start from the beginning and hope all the worlds come out in the right order.
Yes, that does sound like the logical approach.
Uh-huh. Well, hurry up then. I've got celebrating to do.
How would you feel if Johnny were to walk you down the aisle instead of me?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I would be honoured, of course I would, but, well, Johnny is your father.
Right.
And I really think he should be the one to give you away.
Where's all this come from?
I've thought about it long and hard. Believe me, it's not a suggestion I make lightly.
Well, you don't need to do this, you know, because Johnny understands that you're giving me away, and he's fine with it.
Yeah, but what about you? What do you want?
Well, I wouldn't have asked you to do it if I didn't want you to do it, would I?
But what if you hadn't asked me first?
Well, that's not a fair question, because I did ask you and you said yes, and that should be the end of it.
Johnny and you have grown very close these past few months. It's plain to see, and I really think it would be, well, fitting for him to walk you down that aisle. And I suspect that he would be as honoured as I'd be.
Roy?
I can easily come back.
Oh, come in.
Interrupted your rest.
Oh, sit down. I'm having a bad headache.
Sorry you lost the baby. Here. One of Haley's. Thought it might bring you some comfort. I hope this is a companionable silence, not an awkward one for you.
I'm glad you came.
Life can be cruel and arbitrary, but you already know that.
Yeah. So do you.
There's no point in trying to summon a fresh thought, something profound that casts a tragedy in a new light. I think you would have made an excellent mother.
I think you're in the minority at one there. It was a girl. She was a little girl.
I'm so sorry.
She chose to opt out. Just press your jet button, you know? I don't blame her. I really loved her, you know. So I got my head around the idea and really loved her. Every night, every morning. Come on, you're doing great. A little bit bigger, a bit stronger. Now she's gone.
Yeah, I'll see you outside.
Roy, I wondered if you might give me away.
I beg your pardon?
Well, you know my dad's a joke and my brother's in the clink, so I know, cue the violins, in fact, start up the whole flavoured orchestra.
You want me to walk you down the aisle?
Yeah. Obviously, if you don't want to, that's absolutely fine.
No,
but if you really wanted to, I wouldn't.
Would love to.
Sorry?
It would be an honour.
Oh, you know, that's great news. Thanks, Roy.
Well, I'll leave you to carry on with your celebration.
Yeah, sure, great.
Good night.
Night-night.